The Resilience Matrix is part of the GIRFEC National Practice Model and is designed to help practitioners assess and analyse children and young people's identified needs. Let's remind ourselves of how the three parts of the National Practice Model work together. Wellbeing indicators are used in the beginning to identify if there's a cause for concern and if there's a need for an assessment. My World Triangle builds on the wellbeing indicators and allows the further gathering and pulling together of key information in a holistic and ecological way. The Resilience Matrix supports deeper analysis and is especially useful in more complex situations or those which generate acute concern or uncertainty, although it can be used at any stage to help shape analysis. It is the Resilience Matrix we are going to focus on in this video, so let's look at how it works in practice. The idea of the matrix is to help you assess both the negative and positive factors that are shaping a child or young person's life. It is meant to give a snapshot of their current situation, a quick way to get a grasp on what's good and what's bad. The matrix is not intended to be applied mechanistically. It is designed to help you think, rather than to do the thinking for you. 4 headings are used to plot factors affecting a child or young person: vulnerability, adversity, protective factors, and resilience. Strengths and adversities often coexist, and it's important to remember this when thinking through a child or young person's current predicament. Let's look at what should be considered under each heading. Vulnerability. These are the characteristics of the child or young person, their family, the wider community, and the functioning of professionals which may threaten the child or young person's healthy development or safety. For the child or young person, this could be illness, a disability, their temperament, or perhaps past experiences. For example, a child who's been bullied in the past might struggle to make friendships and may themselves display aggressive behaviours. Are the parents' expectations of the child or young person out of kilter with their stage of development or their abilities? Is it affecting the child's self-esteem? Have the parents themselves had a challenging past which makes parenting difficult for them? It is important that care is taken to ensure the child or young person is not made to feel blamed. Adversity. This covers life events, circumstances and relationships the child or young person is currently experiencing, which may challenge or threaten their healthy development or lead to harm. This could be things like poor housing, recent loss or separation, racism, domestic violence, illness, neglectful parenting or insecure attachments. Again, think about the parents' individual histories, as this may give clues about the source of the problems in the care of the child or young person and be significant in the assessment of risk and needs. A child or young person can continue to suffer from the effects of past adversity. Chronic ongoing neglect means they can suffer from the accumulated effects of earlier neglect, as well as the ongoing effects of unmet need. So issues may well be noted under both the heading of vulnerability and adversity. You may find it difficult to decide whether a factor should be placed under vulnerability or adversity. Don't worry too much about the placement. The important thing is to note it as a negative factor in the child's life, and then you can weigh it against the positive ones when it comes to analysing them. Protective factors. These are aspects of the child or young person's life which may act as a buffer against the negative effects of adverse experiences. This could include warm relationships with adults who are sensitive and responsive to the child's needs within the family or wider community. They may also include supportive relationships with siblings or friends. Additional protective factors may lie in the wider environment. For example, membership of an activity group, such as a junior football team or dance group. School acts as a haven for many vulnerable children and young people, and a sense of belonging to a school, community, or a positive relationship with a responsive adult within the school can be powerfully protective. Resilience is the characteristics of the young person or child that help them cope with adversity and vulnerability. For example, they could have a sociable temperament, an ability to reach out for help, a sense of humour, assertiveness, cognitive skills. These characteristics could also be apparent alongside problem-solving skills, a language for feelings, healthy assertion and self-efficacy, emotional self-regulation. All these abilities or skills can be nurtured or encouraged. It's really important to take into account what may be already helping the child or young person. It is often fruitful to plan on building established strengths alongside building up other factors.